So it's like 80 some degrees out and it's just starting to rain. So I figured I'd show you guys a really good way to ruin a perfectly good car. So what we got is 2013 Ford Taurus with the standard naturally aspirated V6. And at about 80,000 miles, and you're not supposed to have to change the transmission fluid until 150,000 or something around there. But I decided, what the heck, might as well change it. Sounds like you can't get at the filter. I don't know if you'll be able to see. If we get down in there, you can kind of see right there that little yellow circle. That is the dipstick and or fill point under the airbox. I am hoping to use one of these long filters, funnels, to get down in there. Looks like it'll fit once I get it out. To make things extra hard and stupid, I just came back from probably like a half an hour trip, so everything's super hot, so I'm guessing it'll come out. There's no filter, or I guess there is a filter in these cars, but you got to pull the transmission apart to service it. And from what I can find on the interwebs, ooh, it's hard to see underneath here. Drain plug. Where do we go here? It's like straight down from that fill point. So I'm thinking it's that one right there. There's also this plug up here, but that seems higher up. So I'm thinking this one. Just gonna unscrew that one. And it's supposed to have about 6 quarts will come out, which is roughly half the capacity. So I'm gonna take that out, drain it into a pan. I bought 7 quarts, and I bought Motorcraft oil. It was more expensive than the synthetic Max Life Valvoline stuff, but since I'm not switching all of it out, I didn't want to have any issues with compatibility. So anyway, we'll get set up here and then I'll show you guys what happens. Okay, looks like I got it in roughly the spot it needs to be. You guys can see right there, now that I have a light in here, that's the fill dipstick area. And I went on the internet, and it looks like some cars, or at least some guys on the internet, say these Tauruses don't come with this. But this one did. So this is a 2013 SEL. So that's what it looks like. So I don't know if the guys on the internet just think that it's a cap and not a dipstick, because it's not like your standard transmission dipstick we've all come to know and love. Focus. Or not. Focus. Oh, that's horrible. Alright. So anyway, that's the fuzzy, non-legible, transmission fluid only Mercron LV. So with that out, it's going to be hard to see, but I'm pretty sure we can get down in there. Now you see the hole right there, so I can get my long dipstick down in there. Keep on calling it dipstick. Get the long funnel down in there. But first thing I gotta do is get down below and maybe get you guys set up to see where that drain plug is. But I should be able to just, this funnel, which had multiple different kinds of transmission fluid in it, but I've had it cleaned out for a while. So I can get that. Sweet, it's right down in there. So that's now in there. So you guys can't see anything. But we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm not sure how much of the rain drops falling on the steel roof everyone here can hear, but I have and this is a 7/16, probably a metric equivalent to, but I have the drain or the fill cap out, and assuming this is the drain, got my normal engine oil drain pan here. So this is the part where the dumb schmuck turns a perfectly good car into a boat anchor that you have to push to get out of the garage. Well, it's definitely a drain plug. Looks like it might be magnetic. I don't see any metal filings or anything on there. What I'm thinking is probably going to happen is, I don't know how many course this pan takes, but it's probably going to end up overfilling, making a huge mess. I mean, that's par for the course. So just drain this out. I'll probably grab another catch can or something. Oh, how full is this thing? I can't really see underneath here. Should have jacked this thing up probably, but this is just supposed to be a quick one. I don't think we got room in there yet. I can see it. It doesn't seem to be slowing though. Worst comes to worst, I can jam the plug back in. Still gonna have a mess on the floor, but again, par for the course. Oh, see some wavering there. After getting to the end of the... And we had no issues with the transmission at all. I want to keep this car for a while, and I don't know that waiting till 150,000 is something I'm comfortable doing. So with this, I can drain, this will drain roughly half of it out. So I'll have, there we go. So we'll have new oil in, at least half of it, which should help. And then I'll probably do it again at 100,000. Swap out another 6 quarts. It was like 40-50 bucks for those Motorcraft. I ended up getting them through, what was it? One of the online deals. Cheapest ones I could find. I'll put a little blurb on the screen here. Anyway, maybe I'll let that drip for a little bit and stop back. So it is like literally raining buckets out here. Not literally, I guess, but focus. There we go. Then you got the metal roof on this side. Wow. Knew it was going to rain. That was the heat. It's getting a lot cooler right now. Alright, so the other thing I've got here is I've got some of this, again, focus. I put some of this plumber's putty on here, trying not to get it in the transmission area, so I'll kind of rub that in and then I'll put it on the plug back in. So now trying to see how many quarts came out, I'm going to do this, which should be awesome because it's going to spill all over the floor. But this is a 5-quart jug. And I should have been able to get 6 out, so we'll see if I can fill this thing up, spill it all over the floor, dump another quart on the floor. If I get this thing filled up to the point where I can see it. I can see in the side, it's got that clear section to show you how much is in there. Actually looks like it's all gonna fit. Famous last words as it dumps out on the floor. Looks pretty good actually. So I would say we're probably at, I'd say it's maybe 5.5 quarts. Can't really tell. It's well. So what am I saying? This is a 5-quart jug, so I think it's like 4.5 quarts. Sorry, looks like it's probably half a quart down from where it would be full. So that means I got more than enough oil sitting here to refill. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'd say that's probably, like I said, 4.5, maybe a full 5. So I'll put in 4, and then I'll check the dipstick to see how much is in there. I'm not exactly sure if these are, I'm guessing you got to do these hot, so maybe put 4 in, see what it looks like, and then take it for a ride and come back and try it again. So I've been trying to get this set up in a spot here where you can see the oil going in, but it's even with a ladder here, it's not quite. This is what I ended up getting. It was from Rock Auto. That's where I got it from. It was, I want to say, 4 something a quart. Looks pretty generic, but it does say Motorcraft, and they're sealed, so I assume this is the real stuff. And again, I wanted, I could have got the Max Life, Valvoline Max Life, which was kind of recommended by a lot of guys on the forums, but it was, I wasn't able to get it all out, and I didn't want to have any kind of oil compatibility issues, so I've confirmed about a dozen times that the bottom end of this funnel is in the transmission. The plug is back in with the drain pan. We just transferred it over, so hopefully this works. I should get a light here and just make sure that it's... Yeah, it seems to be going in. Like it's not running onto my foot. So it's a good idea. I've got sandals on. It's a good idea to have sandals on so that if it starts spilling on the floor, you can feel it. You just have to soak through your shoe before it gets there. So like I said, I'm going to throw 4 quarts in here, and then I'm going to check it with the dipstick. So hopefully I can get you guys some fast forward action, because you don't need to see me dump 4 quarts in here. I don't know if you guys watched the other video where I took all the spark plugs out of the truck and then anti-seized them and put them all back in. Again, dumb schmuckery at its finest. This car here, I did not do that. We got 80,000 on this one. These 3 on the front are pretty easy to get at, but the 3 on the back side I really don't want to tackle, so I guess I could do the 3 on the front side, but had a... It's nice that it's 80 degrees out. This oil transmission fluid is fairly thin to begin with, but in this weather, no problem getting it to flow. Still appears to be going in just fine. There's 4 quarts. I don't know if I should throw a half in there. Last thing I want to do is cause some issue with this car. The last little bits out of all these. Yeah, looks like most of it's out. Here's the trick now, getting it out and then getting oil all over everything, because this corrugated... Ooh, yeah, it wasn't too bad. This corrugated funnel here likes to hold oil in all these little holes, so that's why it's kind of good that it has this plug. So you put this on the end, and you put the cap on, and then it at least it keeps the dirt out. I'll usually rinse that out with some mineral spirits or something. Yeah, I'm using gas. I don't really think there's any way to get oil in here without taking the air box out if you don't have one of those. So here goes nothing. Let's see what it looks like for fluid level. I don't know if this is one of those set the cap on top to check the levels, or if it's screwed all the way in. So I'm just going to do it consistently. Screwing it all the way in, to me, should be a good starting spot. Alright, so we head all the way in, we pull it back out. We take a look. I can't really tell. Looks to me like it might be... Again, not the best of... looks like it might be at the low side, but let me try one more time here. But new oil, it's not really showing me much of anything. I think I'm going to put another half in. Yeah, it looks like it's in the crosshatch area. Oh, get it in the... There you go. Focus. There you go. Look at that. It's in the crosshatch area, so I think we're probably good. I didn't want to overfill either, and we'll blow some seals and stuff out. So I'm gonna go take it for a ride and come back, give her another check. But for the most part, other than making sure that that level is right, that's all I'm gonna do. So if anybody else here is looking to change their transmission fluid on their Ford Taurus SEL, just the standard front-wheel drive, not the four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, standard V6 non EcoBoost. So nice and clean, as you can see. But anyway, that's how I'm doing it. Have fun, guys.